Hello everyone and welcome to this video. I am very happy that you have joined me today to explore an important topic that affects us all. Have you ever felt that scrolling through social media no longer brings you the same joy it used to? Did you ever wonder why a platform that was once full of fun and spontaneous moments now sometimes leaves you feeling empty or stressed? In today's video, we are going to discuss why social media is no longer fun, and we will explore the changes that have transformed the way we experience our digital world. In the early days, social media was a welcoming and vibrant space where everyone shared their real lives without hesitation. People posted pictures, funny stories, and personal thoughts with genuine excitement. It was a place to connect with friends, family, and even strangers in a way that felt natural and unfiltered. The simple act of logging in used to bring smiles, laughter, and a sense of belonging. Each post, comment, and like felt like a small celebration of life. However, as time passed, the nature of social media began to change. More users joined, and with them came new trends, commercial interests, and complex algorithms. These developments gradually turned a once joyful environment into a space that can feel overwhelming and sometimes even discouraging. Many people now find themselves comparing their lives to the carefully curated posts they see on their feeds, which often leads to feelings of inadequacy and stress. In this video, I want to take you on a journey through the evolution of social media. We will examine how it started as a fun and simple way to connect and how it has transformed into a complex digital world driven by commercial interests and automated systems. I will share personal observations along with stories from many users who have experienced these changes firsthand. Together, we will discover what has contributed to the loss of genuine joy on these platforms and discuss practical ways to reclaim a positive online experience. As you watch, please reflect on your own experiences with social media. Think about the times when you felt happy and connected, and compare them to moments when you felt pressured or anxious. Ask yourself, what has changed? How can I adjust my habits to find a better balance? I encourage you to keep an open mind and believe that each of us has the power to make small changes that lead to a more enjoyable digital life. Thank you for being here with me today. Let us begin our exploration by looking back at the early days of social media and understanding what made it so special in the first place. Together, we will uncover the reasons behind the shift and learn how we can bring back the fun. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into this important discussion. Let us work together to rediscover the joy that once made social media a truly delightful place. Part 1. The Early Days of Social Media. In the beginning, social media was a simple and vibrant place where genuine connections were formed easily. People shared photos of everyday life, funny moments, and honest thoughts without worrying about perfection. The platforms were less crowded with advertisements and commercial messages, and every post felt like a heartfelt communication among friends and family. Users expressed themselves freely and celebrated small victories together, creating a sense of community that was both warm and inviting. During those early days, the language used on social media was natural and unfiltered. A simple hello or a cheerful update could brighten someone's day. The focus was on real interactions rather than on the numbers of likes, shares, or comments. Social media served as a digital meeting place where you could catch up with old friends, discover new interests, and share personal stories that resonated with others. This openness fostered trust and authenticity among users. At that time, the design of social media platforms was straightforward, and the user interface encouraged creativity and spontaneity. People often posted about their daily routines, local events, and even simple pleasures like a delicious meal or a beautiful sunset. The absence of intense commercial pressure allowed users to explore and express their individuality. Every shared moment carried the promise of connection and genuine engagement, making the online space feel like an extension of real life. Moreover, the early social media environment was characterized by curiosity and learning. New users were excited to join and discover a world where ideas and experiences were exchanged freely. This spirit of discovery led to the formation of various online communities where people with similar interests could come together and support one another. There was a sense of adventure in every click as users navigated through an emerging digital landscape that was full of possibilities. However, as more users joined these platforms, the dynamics began to change gradually. With increased popularity came challenges that would eventually alter the friendly atmosphere of social media. The simple joy of sharing and connecting started to be overshadowed by emerging trends focused on appearance and popularity. Yet, those early days remain a cherished memory for many who experienced the true essence of digital friendship and community. Reflecting on that period reminds us of a time when social media was a tool for honest interaction and creative expression. It was a place where every post was a reflection of personal truth, and every conversation was a bridge between hearts. As we look back, we remember the excitement of discovering new ideas and the comfort of knowing that our thoughts could be shared openly with others. Today, recalling those early moments helps us understand what has been lost in the rush towards commercialization and algorithm-driven content. It reminds us of the beauty of simplicity and the power of genuine human connection, inspiring us to strive for a more balanced digital experience once again. Let us cherish those early memories and work together to restore true connection online for everyone now. Part 2. The Rise of Commercialization and Algorithms. As social media evolved, commercial interests began to play a major role in shaping our online experience. What once was a simple space for genuine sharing became a marketplace of ideas and products. Companies quickly recognized the potential of reaching millions of users and began to invest heavily in advertising and sponsored content. This shift brought significant changes as the platforms became more focused on profit than on authentic connection. The introduction of commercialization led to a surge in sponsored posts and carefully crafted advertisements. users started to see more content that was designed to sell products rather than share personal experiences. The pressure on content creators increased as well, with many feeling compelled to present an idealized version of their lives to attract more likes and comments. This constant pursuit of perfection created an environment where real, unfiltered moments were often overshadowed by the need to impress. At the same time, sophisticated algorithms were introduced to manage the vast amount of content generated by millions of users. These algorithms were designed to show users content based on their previous interactions, aiming to keep them engaged for longer periods. While this meant that you would see posts relevant to your interests, it also led to a repetitive and narrow feed. Many users noticed that their timelines were filled with similar types of content, reducing the diversity of ideas and perspectives. The combination of commercialization and algorithm-driven content created a feedback loop that amplified certain types of posts while filtering out others. Content that generated more engagement was prioritized, often at the expense of authenticity. This system not only influenced what we saw, but also how we behaved online. People began to measure their self-worth by the number of likes and shares they received, which further intensified the pressure to conform to popular trends. Moreover, the focus on sponsored content and advertisements shifted the purpose of social media platforms. Instead of serving as spaces for free expression, they increasingly resembled digital marketplaces. The prevalence of paid promotions made it harder for users to distinguish between genuine recommendations and commercial messages, raising concerns about the integrity of the content we consume daily. Despite these challenges, it is important to recognize that commercialization and algorithms have also brought innovation and convenience. Personalized content can help users discover new interests, and targeted advertising has allowed small businesses to reach their audience effectively. However, for many, the balance between profit and genuine connection has tipped too far, leading to a loss of the spontaneous joy that once defined social media. As we examine this transformation, it becomes clear that commercial and algorithmic forces have significantly altered our digital landscape. They have redefined how we interact with content and with each other, often leaving us with a sense of being manipulated by unseen systems. Let us reflect on these changes and work together to navigate the digital world, finding authentic moments that restore true connection and joy in our online experiences for a better and balanced future indeed. Part 3. Impact on mental health and real-life relationships. The changes in social media have not only transformed the way we interact online, but have also affected our mental health and personal relationships. Many users now report feelings of anxiety, stress, and even depression as a result of constant exposure to idealized images and commercial content. The pressure to maintain a perfect image and to receive constant validation from likes and comments has created an environment where self-worth is measured by digital approval. This shift has had a profound impact on how people perceive themselves and their value. With the rise of curated content, Users often compare their real lives to the seemingly flawless lives presented online. This comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem, as individuals may feel that they do not measure up to the standards set by others. The endless stream of advertisements and sponsored posts further exacerbates these feelings, creating a sense of isolation in a digital world that is supposed to connect us. Moreover, the reliance on social media for connection has started to undermine face-to-face interactions. Many people now spend hours scrolling through feeds instead of engaging in meaningful conversations with friends and family. This excessive screen time can lead to a decline in the quality of real-life relationships, as virtual interactions often lack the depth and warmth of personal contact. The result is a growing sense of loneliness and disconnection, even when one is surrounded by online connections. Sleep patterns and daily routines are also affected by the constant pull of social media, as late-night scrolling and checking notifications disrupt sleep and lead to fatigue and decreased well-being. This cycle of poor sleep and increased screen time creates additional stress, further impacting mental health. The cumulative effect of these issues is a digital environment that often leaves users feeling drained and emotionally exhausted. In addition, the widespread use of social media has changed the way communities interact, with online discussions often devolving into heated debates and superficial exchanges. Text-based communication lacks the nuance of tone and body language, which can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts that strain relationships. Despite these challenges, it is important to recognize that social media itself is not inherently harmful. The negative effects arise from external pressures and unrealistic expectations imposed by commercial forces and algorithms. Recognizing these impacts is the first step toward taking control of our digital lives and protecting our mental health. Let us acknowledge the challenges that modern social media presents and work together to create healthier online habits that support genuine human connection and well-being. Now, more than ever, it is crucial that we take deliberate steps to balance our digital consumption, ensuring that our interactions enrich our lives rather than diminish them, and that we cultivate real-world relationships alongside our online connections so that the benefits of technology enhance our overall happiness and well-being, allowing us to thrive both virtually and in our personal lives with greater fulfillment and joy, for a brighter future ahead every single day. Part 4. Reclaiming joy and finding balance. Despite the challenges posed by modern social media, there are steps we can take to reclaim the joy and balance that once defined our online experiences. The first step is to curate our feeds intentionally. By unfollowing accounts that trigger negative emotions and choosing to follow those that inspire and uplift us, we can transform our digital space into a more positive environment. It is essential to be selective about the content we consume, ensuring that it contributes to our well-being rather than detracts from it. Taking regular breaks from social media is another powerful strategy. A digital detox, even if only for a few hours a day, can help reset our minds and reduce the overwhelming pressure of constant connectivity. Use that time to engage in offline activities that bring genuine joy, such as spending time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies, or simply enjoying nature. These breaks not only restore balance, but also remind us of the richness of life beyond the screen. Mindfulness plays a crucial role in maintaining a healthy relationship with social media. Paying attention to how certain posts and interactions make us feel can guide us to make better choices about our digital habits. When we notice feelings of stress, inadequacy, or anxiety, it is important to step back and reflect on the root causes. This self-awareness allows us to adjust our behavior and create a more supportive online environment for ourselves. In addition, setting clear boundaries for social media use can prevent it from consuming our lives. Allocating specific times for checking platforms and turning off unnecessary notifications can significantly reduce the stress associated with constant updates. These small changes help us regain control over our digital interactions and preserve the quality of our real-life relationships. Furthermore, engaging in meaningful conversations and connecting with others on a deeper level can revive the authentic spirit of social media. Instead of focusing solely on superficial metrics like likes and shares, we can prioritize genuine dialogue and shared experiences. By doing so, we not only enhance our own well-being, but also contribute to a more positive community online. It is important to remember that reclaiming joy on social media is a gradual process that requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to experiment with different strategies until we find what works best for us. Each small step taken, whether it is curating our feed, taking a digital break, or setting boundaries, adds up to a more balanced and fulfilling digital life. Let us commit to making mindful choices that enrich our online experiences, foster real connections, and restore the fun that social media once offered us, so that our digital world becomes a source of joy and inspiration every day. Now, by embracing these simple yet effective strategies, we can transform our social media experiences into opportunities for genuine growth and happiness, ensuring that our digital interactions not only reflect our true selves, but also contribute to a more positive, balanced, and inspiring life both online and offline for a brighter future ahead indeed. Part 5. Conclusion and Final Thoughts. In conclusion, our journey through the evolution of social media reveals a transformation from a space of genuine connection and spontaneous joy to an environment dominated by commercialization, algorithms, and the pressures of constant validation. While these changes have brought challenges that impact our mental health and real-life relationships, they also present an opportunity for us to reassess our digital habits and reclaim the authentic experiences that once defined our online interactions. Reflecting on the past reminds us that social media was originally a tool for bringing people together, sharing personal stories, and celebrating life's small moments. As we have seen, the rise of sponsored content, curated feeds, and algorithm-driven recommendations has altered this landscape, sometimes leaving us feeling disconnected and overwhelmed. Yet, it is not too late to change the way we engage with these platforms. By taking deliberate steps such as curating our feeds, setting boundaries, and practicing mindfulness, we can mitigate the negative effects and rediscover the joy of genuine interaction. It is essential to remember that social media is a tool, and its impact depends largely on how we choose to use it. Each of us has the power to transform our digital experience by making small, mindful adjustments that enhance our well-being. As we move forward, let us commit to creating a more balanced and fulfilling online environment. Let us strive to support one another, share authentic moments, and cultivate real connections that extend beyond the screen. Together, we can turn our digital spaces into communities that nurture creativity, inspire genuine dialogue, and contribute positively to our lives. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of social media's evolution. Your willingness to reflect on these issues is the first step toward fostering a healthier digital life. I encourage you to share your thoughts, experiences, and strategies in the comments so that we may learn from one another and build a supportive community dedicated to positive change. Remember, the journey to a more joyful and balanced digital life begins with a single mindful decision. Let us embrace the lessons of the past and work together to create a future where social media enriches our lives rather than depletes our energy. May your online experiences be filled with authenticity, connection, and happiness, paving the way for a more balanced and fulfilling life both on and off the screen. Once again, thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to continuing this important conversation with you in future discussions. Let us move forward with hope, determination, and a renewed commitment to making social media a truly delightful space for everyone. Now, as we close this video, let us remember that every small change in our digital habits contributes to a larger movement toward a healthier, more connected, and more inspiring online community. By choosing authenticity over perfection and meaningful interaction over empty validation, we empower ourselves and others to reclaim the true joy of social media for a better future, starting today, without delay indeed.